Hi, it's Stephanie Gagos here from Finding Your Voice of Truth, and I am going to do a journal flip with some commentary. I previously posted a journal flip with just music, so for those of you who prefer that, you'll have that, and for those of you who want a little bit more information about each page, this is the video for you. So this is an art journal I just finished, and I kind of had to force myself to finish it because I tend to jump around from one journal to the next and I don't finish them, and this is a pattern of mine in general with my writing journals as well. I get bored and then I want to jump to the next thing, and so this time I made a commitment to finish this one. And you'll notice that some of the pages are complete and there are a few that are not, and I'll explain why they're not. And so I'll just take you through each one. This is one in which I was practicing profile faces because I'm not really good at those at all. So I was practicing that, as you can see. And you'll notice in the second one that I'm going to show you, that's my rabbit drinking water. And you'll notice in the second one as well, they sort of look like they have a helmet on. And the reason for that is because I haven't figured out the forehead part and where the hair kind of starts. So that's something I'll be working on. But I really like the way she came out. She's different. I like the bold colors, so I'm happy with her. This is a page, sorry, let me get this out of the way. This is a page I did on a live stream, and if you want to see it made, it is on www.livestream.com/healingyourtruth. And that's the live stream, and I'll post a link so you can see me creating that there. For a time I was really into split faces, and I still do them, but I think I was more into them because I felt split and because I was feeling that coming up in my life quite a bit at the time. So I do a lot of half faces. And then like I said, I periodically do them now, but not, I don't think it has any emotional meaning to it, but I do think it did then. And these are basically stencils with spray inks. And obviously a couple of drawings that I had done outside. This one I had actually done outside of my journal, and then I pasted her in, and this one as well. This is for this one right here, is for the Healing Truth Sanctuary, which is my community in which I do monthly videos for the women, and I have a program called the Members Plus program, and so every month I do a video based on a particular issue. So that month we were dealing with shame, and this one says willing to heal the shame. And this is the other girl that I was working on the profile, as you see. I'm still struggling with that part of the head. I did go up a little bit, but I'm still struggling with that. But I love her. I love the bold colors, and I'm happy with the way she came out. This is for a course. This is for the Truth Project 2. And this is one of the pages in which we had to tell the story of the little girl growing up. All of my courses are for women who are healing from childhood wounding. So there are a lot of art pages in which we kind of go back and deal with some of the memories and the feelings, and we also work on empowering ourselves as women now. This is another page. It's interesting. I did this one. I believe this one was for a Art Geeks prompt. I'm almost sure it was, where we just used one color. And if you want to know more about Art Geeks, I will be posting a link about that. It's run by 3 fabulous women who really give of themselves and really give a lot of free instruction. And they also have paid classes, which are equally fabulous. So I'll be posting a link to that. So I had created that, and then this pirate girl was something. It was funny because I created her, and this was a drawing that it just didn't come out well at all. And I started, it was on a book page, and I started like using the book page with the drawing on it, like to test inks, because I was gonna throw it out. And then I decided that I was going to work with the face that I had, and this is what came out, and I really love it. It's my first pirate girl. So I decided to put her in with the mermaid. And I'm thinking some fish need to go here, or some kind of pirate ship, even though my drawing skills in terms of drawing things like that probably are not up to the task yet. But so I'm kind of leaving it open, and this is a page that I'll probably revisit at some point. This is a page I did recently. Sometimes I skip pages, or I'll just put paint, like I'll put paint that I used here and had extra, and I'll just put it on there, and then I kind of leave it, and then I'll go to another page that I'm working on, and I'll kind of leave that. So this is something I did recently, even though it's in the beginning of the book. And this was just a lot of fun, playing with creatures. I got on that kick because some of the people in Art Geeks are, I think Courtney is the one who started the whole creature study. And so that's been a lot of fun, just playing around with little creatures, and faces are always a fun thing for me to do. And you know, as you can see, you know, there was some paint these were slashes of paint that were there, and I just worked with them. I didn't worry about it, just, you know, paint the face right over it. And those slashes of paint will give her a character. I try not to make my faces too perfect. I noticed that when I do faces and I measure, which is a good thing to do because I measured for a very long time, and I still do sometimes. But when I measure, the faces all come out looking the same, and I don't like that. I like my faces to look different. This was also for a course. This is for, I believe, Truth Project 2. This is for Truth Project 2. This is telling the story of the little girl also. And this is going back to a memory in childhood, a happy memory I had. So I'll just, here. This is also for the Truth Project 2. And, you know, the Truth Project 2 is all about using imagery and ritual to heal. And so one of the biggest images for me as a child is looking out of a window. And there was a lot around that for me. So this page stems from that. It's me looking out into the world. And also I used to look across to the my neighbor's home. And there was a family that lived across the way that I could see into their like dining room, and I would look and just, I think there was like perhaps a longing for me to have that kind of family, which I didn't have growing up. This is like a little angel fairy. I like angel fairies for some reason. Not just angels and not just fairies. So I don't know what that means, but I like them, and so I made one. And I made her out of a book page, and I had her kind of out. I didn't know what to do with her, so I put her in a art journal page, and I started playing with that. And that's it for that one. This is my Halloween page because I just had to make one. She was a lot of fun. Something I'm working on is backgrounds, but for me, like, this seems a little too discombobulated, so I mean, it's something that I want to work on, which is unifying the elements in my pages. So, but I like it. I like her. I like the little scary creature I have in there. I like the black stars. This, I'm not quite sure. It could be for one of the months. It could be for the Truth Project, or it could be for one of the monthly themes. Monthly mini workshops we have in the sanctuary. But this is a quote I got from Mark Nepo. I think he was on Oprah, or perhaps I got it from his book. We get to break out of more than one cocoon. We get to become more than one butterfly. I love that. This is also for one of my courses called Pretty Little Blouses. This is about a traumatic event I had as a child. I won't go into that now, but if you take one of my courses, you know, I talk a little bit about that, and I talk about how we can get through some of those traumatic events. This one was inspired by a prompt, I think, or a live show by Romany, in which she painted a magazine photo of a woman, and I've never done that before, so I did that, and that was a lot of fun, and I want to do it again. Totally cool. This was done on a live stream, and I remember thinking, oh, I didn't like the way she came out, and you know, being on live stream is like really scary because you're creating in front of people and you don't know how it's going to turn out. So you really have to let go of any attachment to like it being really good or whatever. You know, you just have to just play. But at the time when I did this, which was months ago, I did have an attachment. I have less of an attachment now. I have more of a trust in the process. But at that time, you know, I really was scared. And so she came out really sad, and it was kind of nice because it's like sometimes these faces come out of nowhere and like they have expressions that you weren't purposely creating. So I really like that. I like it when that happens. This one was also for the Members Plus program, and I believe it was about having some safety during the night and creating some kind of figure that would make you feel safe at night. I can't remember what the topic was, but I remember it was about taking back the night. And so this woman is about that. This is definitely for the Truth Project 2, I believe. And we talked about the healing journey and what that looked like for us. And another art journal page. This girl I had painted. I do a lot of girls on watercolor paper outside, or on just any paper outside of my journal. And then I'll have a whole bunch, which I'll show you in the next video. I'll have like a whole bunch of girls that are just piling up, and then I'm not really using them in my art journal. So something I've been working on lately is incorporating these girls into my art journals. And you know, if you really like this one, I didn't make a copy of, but if you really like one, you might want to make a copy of it or scan it so that you can reuse it again and again if you want to. Change the hair color. You can do so much. This one I didn't, and I regret that because I kind of like her, and I could have used her in another page as well. But I'm really happy with the way this page came out. This had scrapbooking paper I used, and then paint over it. A couple of pieces of scrapbooking paper put together. So that was fun. This is another girl from my pile. And I kind of like that. I like the black with the pink. And I named this one Structure and Flexibility because it reminds me of both structure and being flexible for some reason. I'm willing to be in the contrast. This is another one for one of my courses about reclaiming ourselves. And I really like this one. This is one of the first times I really used molding paste, so there's a lot of dimension in this one. Lots of texture. Another one for one of my courses. And me pretty much playing with collage. If I was to go back and do this one again, I'd probably put more paint. This was a wash I put over it, but I don't like that the boxes are showing. You know, that it looks boxed. I don't like that. So I would probably go in and maybe put some white paint in here or blue paint in the edges. But overall, I really like this page. I like the look of her. I like her hair. This one's for the Sanctuary. It was on self-care. And actually these two actually go together even though like they look totally different. This is what it feels like when I don't practice self-care. This is what it feels like when I do. Life in Color is this one, and this one is kind of like drowning and, you know, being anchored down. This is a page that's not finished, and the reason for that is because I was playing with creating lots and lots of texture, and that's really all I wanted to do. I wasn't really aiming to finish this page. I just wanted to play and experiment, and that is one of the things that your art journal is for. That's the place to experiment and so that when you go to your canvas, you then have some techniques that you can take to the canvas. At least that could be one of the reasons you use an art journal, is to play and experiment in here. So I did that. And then this is a page about regrets, and that's something we covered this month in the sanctuary. And this page is sticking because I just finished it yesterday, and you know, you think things are dry, but sometimes they're not. And you really got to give things time to dry. This was not dry, so this also, it's kind of weird because I put some paint over this that has been peeling ever since. I don't really know why that is. So I have to redo a little, I'll redo her hair and redo the face. This is one that I just finished, and I posted a video of this on YouTube, so you can see that. It's a shame. I hate when that happens, but I can go over that with paint and fix that and really let it stay open and dry. And this is just, it was the last page. I just wanted to, I guess I was cheating. I kind of wanted to just finish. And I didn't even want to go all out and create another page. So I just put a heart and wrote much love. Sort of my way of sealing this journey in this art journal. And then I wrote a little note to myself. May you continue to heal through art. Remember to play, see what happens, be patient, let it flow, and let it go. So that's it. That's my art journal flip with some commentary to let you know what I was doing in these pages and what they were for. And I hope you enjoyed that. And I'm going to do another video in which I kind of show you what I've been doing outside of my journal. Okay, bye.